I got standards, diamond near Flanders, ooh, Kool-Aid jammer, cookie pack on camera, yeah, I got standards, diamond near Flanders.
Find something with not much traffic and maybe a slight incline and long enough that you'll be able to get out like a few wheelies without having to turn around every 5 seconds. What you want to do is figure your bike out. Figure out what gear is going to be the best gear to start practicing wheelies. If you don't have a bike with a lot of power, you might have to resort to doing clutch ups. I had a DRZ before this, and some people clutch up, some people don't. It's more of a preference thing, I think. The bike you're trying to wheelie with literally doesn't have enough power to like muscle it up. Clutch ups, same idea. Just basically clutch in, start revving, and then as you're leaning back, dump the clutch, and then bring your bike back up, and just keep trying that till you figure out what amount of throttle is necessary for when you dump the clutch out and give it a little yank. You'll find the ratio of yanking to dumping clutch, and that's pretty much it. I'll try a couple here. So a little bit of throttle, clutch, just keep doing that. Keep doing that. When I learned, I just muscled up the wheelies, which is a number of different things, from like bouncing your bike down and then the way up, yank it back with throttling it right at the right moment. It'll bring the bike up. What you want to do is find a gear where you can get the tire off the ground. Like let's say the gear is this long, you can get the tire off the ground at least like maybe halfway. So once the tire's in the air, you still have more gear to play with it. Like I'll do an example. If you bring your bike up with it when it's already wrung out, you're gonna bring it up and it's gonna come right back down. Like you're not gonna have enough room to play with the wheelie. Okay, I'll do an example here about what I mean with bringing the bike up in low RPM versus high RPM. First, I'll show high RPM. I'll have the bike already revved out, and you get lots of torque because it's high RPM, but then you don't have much gear left to wheelie, so you can't play with it once your tire's in the air. See, by the time your tire gets in the air, you're already wrung out and you don't have any more gear left, so you got to bring the bike back down. But if you bring the bike up in low RPM, you still have a lot more gear, so I'll show you. So we're not going very fast. The bike's kind of lugging along. You get a lot more wheelie, a lot more time to play with it when you bring it up in low RPM. So find a gear that's going to work with that. When you start, you're obviously going to start doing power wheelies, which is like just bringing the bike up and just kind of chasing it, not anywhere close to looping, but you're just bringing it up just a little bit and then wheeling, bringing it back down. You want to get away from those. The best advice you could give is training your mind to always stomp down the back brake. What I did was I would bring the bike up, just not very much, and then just stomping the back brake right back down. Bringing it up, stomping it back down. Just keep doing that. I did that for a couple hours, and then once I had it ingrained in my skull that you just always have to press that back brake and always have it covered. Whenever you bring the bike up, have it covered. At the end of the power wheelie, you know the bike's coming down already. Hit the back brake anyway, just remind yourself that you always need to hit that back brake. And once I started doing that, it just came second nature. And then the one time, you'll go back and you'll go, oh my God, I'm a loop. You hit the back brake, you'll come back down, and you'll be like, oh my God, I'm there, finally. My reaction is to hit the back brake. And then it's just, you just get so much more comfortable. You can go further back, and you're wheeling. Eventually, you'll have it so high, you'll be pretty much in the balance point now. You'll hit the back brake just a little bit, it'll come down, and you give it a little bit more throttle, and you'll bring it back up, and then that's at the point where you've pretty much learned wheelies now, and you can just keep playing with that, hitting the back brake, and you can get further and further and further back. It might be a little sketchy learning, like if you just got your bike, you don't want to dump it yet. If you got like a mini bike or your friend's got a mini bike or something, like try that. Like I've looped mini bikes a few times. And it's like the consequence is you're going a lot smaller, the bike's not worth as much. It's better that way to loop a mini bike than your big, obviously. So if you have that option, practice this with that and then come to your big bike, because you don't want to wreck your big bike.
Kool-Aid jammer, cookie pack on camera, yeah, yeah. I got standards, diamond near Flander, ooh, yeah. Kool-Aid jammer, cookie pack on camera, ooh, yeah.
I got standards, suck on my nuts like planners, ooh, yeah. My bitch a dancer, hop on the dick like a prancer, ooh.